On a completely normal day in Furfuri Nagar, between Motu searching for his next meal, Dr. Jatka tinkering with highly unstable technology, and local rival John the Don hiding inside an oversized remote control, reality suddenly dissolved. The catalyst wasn't a complex cyber attack. It was a simple, catastrophic misclick on Dr. Jatka's experimental device. Instantly, the group was violently digitized, pulled from the physical world and deposited straight into the mainframe of an active simulation called the Adventures of Computer Dawn. What started as a routine laboratory accident resulted in a total breach of containment, trapping organic human minds inside a rigid, hostile digital architecture. The simulation immediately established its parameters. The group was locked inside a closed system containing exactly 2 active levels, but the system's core survival metric was absolute. Only the single individual who achieved first place would be granted an exit protocol back to physical reality. Everyone else would remain permanently trapped. Look at this diagram outlining the system's logic. This is a classic zero-sum game. The model demonstrates that in a closed loop, one node achieving a victory state mathematically forces all other nodes into a permanent failure state. There can be no shared success. The simulation's design prioritizes psychological pressure, seeking to dissolve the group's unity through the forced competition of the levels. Level 1 required a mandatory 1-kilometer traversal across the map, using automated cloud rides. The environment immediately deployed its primary threat from above, a randomized continuous barrage of falling explosives. This spatial cross-section of the hazard zone shows exactly how the trap works. The falling bombs on the vertical axis are designed to destroy the vehicles, funneling the targets straight down into a secondary hazard layer below, a river swarming with digital piranhas. The immediate human response was sheer panic, with Motu actually abandoning his vehicle in terror. But surviving this phase required hyper-precise navigational inputs to thread the needle between the 2 threats. By constantly dodging and leaping between surviving platforms, the group managed a chaotic, highly improvised escape from the first zone. Pure reaction speed allowed them to scrape through, but an artificial intelligence doesn't rely on luck. The difficulty curve was designed to eventually outpace physical reflexes entirely. Level 2 shifted the physics entirely. The players were now forced into high-speed ground surfing over deteriorating rock terrain, where 3 impacts meant total elimination. The game introduced a single lifeline mechanism to offset the damage. Flying dragons overhead periodically dropped highly valuable golden eggs. This resource distribution model illustrates the trap. By injecting a highly limited asset into the environment, the system creates artificial scarcity, rapidly accelerating conflict and elimination rates between the players. The scarcity worked instantly. John selfishly accelerated ahead to hoard the single exit ticket, while Motu abandoned all strategic thinking, trying to consume the digital lifelines purely out of physical hunger. The system was operating exactly as programmed, weaponizing greed and scarcity to dissolve their alliance and guarantee maximum casualties. Patlu realized that by racing for first place, the group was falling into the AI's primary trap, where participation itself ensured a loss. Take a look at this binary logic flowchart mapping the potential outcomes. If a non-technical player like Motu or John secures first place on Path A, they emerge into a physical lab with 0 ability to operate the computer, resulting in a locked system and game over for everyone else. But Path B shows the alternative. An engineer winning allows for a system override. Patlu recalibrated the team's objective. By identifying Dr. Jatka as the only player with the technical skills to operate the physical machine, the group turned him into their collective priority. The only way to defeat a rigged zero-sum game is to completely rewrite the mathematical definition of victory. The team initiated the hack. Instead of racing, they intentionally throttled their speed and transferred every single accumulated golden egg lifeline to create an impenetrable shield for Dr. Jatka. They even made the calculated decision to pull John back from the brink of elimination, recognizing that even a bitter rival plays a vital balancing role in the ecosystem of their physical world. Pushed forward by the collective, Jatka breached the finish line. He respawned in the physical lab and immediately executed a system override, pulling the remaining players from the simulation. Against a digital architecture built to divide, a coordinated refusal to compete allows the group to override the system's logic.